Okay everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Mike Newton down here at Penrith Golf Hub, and we've got another exciting review for you. New product for 2021. It's TaylorMade and it's the new lineup of the SIM2 Fairway wood and the SIM2 Max Fairway wood. So we're going to concentrate on those three woods. Two different types, two different models, a little bit of different technology. Obviously we're going to explain and go through, as always. Trackman on the floor, going to hit some shots, get some numbers, provide you with some feedback and see how these clubs are performing. Okay, so new SIM2 lineup. Just done the drive review. That will be on my channel now, so you can go and check that out. Some nice performing clubs there. So moving into the fairway woods, and we've got start off with a SIM2 Titanium 3 wood. So we saw that introduced in the original Sim. Titanium body, sole plate with a lot of weight, low in that CG, a little bit more of a powerful club is what TaylorMade are saying. So a little bit of technology to talk about. We're just going to get the first one hit to start with. Going to hit all these off the ground, as I always do my 3 wood reviews. Obviously, you know, a lot of you out there will use this as maybe a driver replacement, so hitting off a slight tee. But I think testing it off the ground is also important, you know, for those fairway shots. How easy is that club to sort of launch that golf ball, etc., which I always find a lot of golfers may struggle more with a 3 wood off the ground. Okay, first initial looks down by the golf ball. It's a nice shape, quite compact in that shape there. I noticed on last year's Titanium one, the shaping of the sole, and this again is all my eye, but it looks quite a rounded sole, if that makes sense. So when you actually put it down there, it looks like there's only a very small part that actually makes contact with the ground at that front section, low part of the club face. So it just always looks a bit of a funny, and I don't think the twist face technology, when you start getting a 3 wood as opposed to drive with a little bit more loft, you maybe just start to see that curvature of the face a little bit more. So I think there's an element of that as well. But I think the actual shape of the head is lovely. Got that carbon top, that off-white section at the front, which looks lovely. Okay, a little bit of a squeezy opener. It's flown out that quite nice. A little bit slightly low in the club face there. Just come out a bit low for my liking on that particular one. Just that slight low strike, but felt very good off that club face. So technology wise, we've obviously got that carbon crown. We've got a titanium body in this 3 wood. So typically 3 woods are obviously a steel body. It's a titanium body, so obviously it's lighter, but then we've got that V steel, so the steel actual sole plate here, and you can see it's an 80-gram sole plate in steel, so there's a lot more weight in that bottom section, so pulling that center of gravity as low as they feel like they can to really help get that launch up, create a little bit more, obviously again, ball speed. We've got twist face, as we've just explained there, so slight mishits, maybe trying to reduce sort of curvature on that golf ball for straighter golf shots. Oh, that's a cracker. That's up and away and out there. That's in the air forever. Better launch there. You see that launch angle there at 13 degree, 274 carry. That was crunched. That just seemed to really pop up and just stay up there and just send out there for a long time. Sometimes when you get that higher flight there, the spin might just go up a little bit, but that's quite nice and controlled there at 3-1. And again, just slightly that left side on that particular one, but not by much. Feels lovely, feels very solid off that club face. Many of you know I'm not a huge fan of 3 woods. So down by the golf ball there, it sits really quite square. So we obviously got some adjustability in the titanium one. We've got the neck sleeve, so again, we can dial in that club face. As we know, if we're reducing loft, we're going to open the face, adding the loft is going to close the face. And we've also got to remember it's going to affect lie angle as well. So great for dialing in maybe a certain shot pattern. If you're trying to reduce a certain miss, that can really help on that side of things. Again, that's through your custom fit process. Okay, that's so high. I mean, that is really getting out there. That's such a high ball. I'm not, granted, I've left that up that right hand side, so I've obviously just opened that face a little bit on that shot, but I tell you what, that's up and away very, very easily. Great. Slightly low on that one. They're the ones that I don't quite get the strike, and that's where, again, we've got this speed pocket in the bottom of the club sat on the sole, right behind the face. That's going to flex, so typically off those ground contacts, we would see a miss more in the bottom of that club face. So I think that's a fantastic little introduction there. I see that with quite a few brands now doing this. just creates that little bit of flex in that bottom bit, gets that ball speed up, hopefully still gets your desired sort of distance. So availability wise, in the titanium version, we've got the Rocket 3 wood coming in at, which is a 13.5 degree. We've got the standard 3 wood, which is one I've got at 15 degree, and then we've got the 5 wood option as well. So they're all available right hand, and for the left handers, unfortunately, there's no Rocket 3. So there's only the standard 3 at 15 or the 5 wood for the lefties out there. Okay, so there's SIM2 Titanium hit. Let's jump into the SIM2 Max 3 wood and we'll hit some shots with that. Right, okay, so SIM2 Max Fairway, probably one of the bigger sellers out of those two. Cheaper price point because obviously it's now not titanium and we haven't got the adjustability in the neck sleeve, so it's a glued head on this particular product, so there's no adjustability at all. You buy your loft as it is, and that is as what it is, isn't it? So this is the 3 wood, 15 degree. Availability in these, we've got 3 wood at 15, we've got the 3 HL, effectively like the 4 wood at 16.5, 5 wood, 7 wood, and a 9 wood. Blast from the past, we've got a 9 wood in the options there. I don't think they've done a 9 wood before, for a very long time anyway, so that could be quite a good option for certain golfers. So instincts here, it's 190cc, 190cc club head, so the titanium was 170, so we're just seeing a slightly larger footprint down by that golf ball. As I say, it's not titanium now, so we've got that steel sort of body, and we've got C300 steel club face. Now, first impressions, you know what I'm like, that sits a little bit short. Not keen on that at all, in my personal view. Again, I understand why it is, so typically maybe the golfers going into this particular club, standard in the 3 wood, might have potentially more of that left to right for that right-handed golfer as a bit of a miss. So maybe just sits a little bit towed in just to help those sort of golfers. As I say, we haven't got adjustability to change that. That is what it is, and it just looks a bit close for my liking. But shape of the head is lovely. Oh, and that was lovely as well. Slightly pulled up the left, but that felt solid, very solid. Be interested to see how that stacks up. This is the same loft as the titanium one, so it'd be interested to see how this ball speed stacks up against that titanium. But that's a lovely opener. Just a little bit of shape up that left side. That's me straight away there now. For me personally, that slightly shut club face is putting me off a tiny bit. I mean, it could be more consistent than the titanium, but it is going to go a little bit more left. I just feel like I can't do anything about that unless I start manipulating the swing. Oh, struck that great. Again, that's moving up that left slightly, but the strike and the flight is wonderful on that. Very solid, great sound to that. Very easy to sort of pick up and move away. Maybe what I say regards to the 3 wood, I did a video a few weeks ago now, which was just looking at maybe why a lot of golfers tend to sort of struggle sometimes with 3 wood off the ground, and a really popular option is that 3 HL. So if you're the golfer who struggles to flight a 3 wood sometimes, you might be, you know, you might get that one where you get the good strike and then it's good, but then the slight miss hits and the flight just goes everywhere, doesn't it? Or struggling to flight it really. So the 16.5, the 3 HL, I think is a great option for a lot of golfers. You know, that 1.5 extra degrees, that little bit more loft just helps on those fairways. Maybe you're playing at a course that has sort of a bit tighter lies maybe. Always a good option, worth looking at. Yeah, I mean, these are all very, very consistent of where they're going. Yes, they're going a little bit left, but they are very consistent. Yeah, all that left-hand side. A little bit more, slightly toe on that one, so it's just moving a fraction more. But it does up that left-hand side. Okay, right, there we go. There's some shots hit with the SIM2 Titanium, SIM2 Max as well. Let's go and check a few numbers out. Okay, so we've got the titanium on the bottom and the 3 wood Max on the top. So see club head speed 107.9 against 106.7. Interesting, didn't really feel any difference of that actual speed yet. Ball speed was quite similar, wasn't it? Now, to be fair, I did strike the standard Max 3 quite nicely, to be fair, so it's probably just got that bit extra ball speed through those better connections. So similar ball speeds there. Maybe expected a little bit more with the titanium one, possibly. Launch, very, very similar. Spin, very similar. A little bit more with the 3 wood, probably that slightly larger head, a little bit more weight in the back section there. Probably just tend to pop that ball up a little bit, just flight it, spin it a tiny bit more. But distance-wise, exactly the same. You know, land angle very, very similar as well. So obviously a little bit more consistent with the Max one in terms of the dispersion, the flight. Obviously that slightly closed face for me personally just gave me that shot up the left, but again, very consistent. Right, okay, so there we go. There's the SIM2 Fairway Woods Titanium and then the SIM2 Max. So two very different golf clubs in terms of what they're trying to offer. Adjustability, a little bit more compact on the head in the Titanium one, and then obviously the SIM2, a little bit more, what I would say, a slightly bit more draw bias with the way that club face sits. Obviously glue product is what it is, there's no adjustability there. So two very different price points, two different clubs. So again, it's for you to go and try, get fitted as always, get the shafts dialed in, the grips, everything like that, and obviously get them gapped in your set as well. Okay, push comments down below, let me know your thoughts. New TaylorMade SIM2 lineup. Are you liking what you're seeing so far? Let's drop your thoughts in that comment section down below as always. If you haven't subscribed, enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button. Hopefully it will catch up with you all very soon.